joining the Hudson Reporter for our mayoral debate. I'm Caren Lizzner. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Hudson Reporter newspapers. With me are beat reporter Marilyn Bayer and our political columnist and Jersey City beat reporter Al Sullivan. And with us also is our co-publisher David Unger. Today we've been joined by the 6 candidates who are running for mayor this year. In a moment, each candidate will be given a minute and a half to introduce himself or herself and to make a brief opening statement. After the introductions and opening statements, we will begin asking the questions. For each question, the candidates will be given 2 minutes to respond. After each candidate has answered the question, they will each be able to give a 30-second rebuttal to anything that was said by an opposing candidate. After rebuttals, we'll then move to the next question. There are 6 questions in total. At the end of the questioning, each candidate will have the opportunity to At the end of all the questions, each candidate will have an opportunity to make a 2-minute closing statement. At this time, I would like the candidates to introduce themselves and make their opening statements. Beginning with Michael DeFusco.
Thank you very much, Caren. Thank you to the Hoboken Reporter as well as my colleagues and activists that are here at this table with me today. I came to Hoboken the day after I graduated college. I bought my home 13 years ago. I am a private sector media executive that works in Manhattan and commutes every day to my job. I spent 5 years on the zoning board, 2 years as a city councilman, and I believe it's time that this city gets back to basics and do what a municipality is supposed to do. We need to pave our streets, we need to address traffic, and we need to use technology to help address our parking crunch. We also need a mayor that actually has a vision for where Hoboken is going. We need to be pushing for a European market over our train terminal. We need to be investing in education so that our young families can stay here. And we need to make sure that we have a vision for where all of Hoboken is going and where it's come from. Now, today, we're surrounded by colleagues of mine on the city council as well as friends. We have career politicians that have served 9 years in the case of Anthony Romano, 8 years in the case of Councilman Bhalla, and 6 years in the case of Council President Giattino. And they're going to be telling you a lot of what they would like to do. But the question you always have to ask yourself is, where have they been? And I think there's been a lot accomplished, but I think there is a general frustration with the state of politics in general in Hoboken, and that's why I am running for mayor. We're also with 2 community activists, very good people that care about this community, but they don't have any municipal service, either elected or appointed. And you're going to be listening to facts. We need to make sure that you listen to facts, where these politicians and candidates have come from, and making sure that you agree what facts are representative of the past of Hoboken, where the present status quo is, and where we need to go. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to debating the issues.
Hi, I'm Anthony Romano. Born and raised in Hoboken, seen the bad times, grew up during the beginning of the Renaissance. Educated at St. Peter's and New Jersey University with my master's degree. Member of the Hoboken Board of Education for 1 term during the time we reconfigured back to a K-8 system. Also Hudson County freeholder, representing Hoboken and Jersey City. This is my 3rd term. We've seen a lot of accomplishments on the county level. I voted against the tax increase as always. We shared municipal services and thought outside the box how we can help Hoboken with such ideas as, when Hoboken is short of certain supplies in the winter, such as salt, the county was there to help, whether it be to plow streets that don't belong to the county, whether to help the Hoboken Police Department with transporting prisoners. Columbus Park is probably the crown jewel of all the parks, obviously much better than the parks that are in Hoboken. I'm proud to be running, and I respect and admire all of my colleagues and opponents, and for their zeal for wanting to work and to attain this position. I believe that we need to start the inclusiveness. There's been a divide. Obviously, we can see that over the course of the years now, the born and raised dilemma versus the newcomers is really an outmoded idea. Everyone needs to come together. I think with my experience, both as a Hoboken police captain, that I was able to do this. I rose to the rank of captain and was the night commander for many years and seen the problems firsthand. And as we see, we have a disaster on Washington Street that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. And I don't believe in pie-in-the-sky ideas. I think we have to keep the taxes down and do what we can to solve our problems and think outside the box.
Hi, I'm Nason. I'm born and raised in Portland, Maine. I moved to New York City approximately 28 years ago. I run successful businesses since the age of 16. In Portland, Maine, we have a lot of arts and culture, and it's a thriving city that I'm proud to call home. Coming to New York City, I opened a jazz bar on 26th and 6th, bought a building on 17th and 10th when Chelsea was absolutely nothing. I've had a keen sense of always knowing where and what is going to happen and boom next. I lived in Soho, watched Soho become NoHo. I just want to say that as a business owner, I believe as a mayor, the city is run as a business, and any business owner would understand that overspending, bonding, issues that are critical to the city and the taxpayer are very important to me. I've watched a administration with Don Zimmer completely destroy city, its working small business owner. I was shut down as a business owner on a business called Fuse, unnecessarily so. People seem to think that that's why I'm running. That's not why I'm running. I'm running because I want to be your mayor. I want service over ambition, not the opposite, which is happening, quite frankly. I've watched council members who are now running become part of this administration that has wrongfully and addressed many issues that they've favored and said yes to. I want to stop the nonsense. I want you to vote Caren Nason for mayor and make that change happen. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ronald Bautista and I'm running for mayor because I believe that we need more activists to run for office, more people that will work on transforming people's frustrations into real solutions, and that's what I've been doing for the past decade. Just a year ago I was an advisor for Staten Island on transit options, better transit options for people so that we can solve traffic and parking issues. Before that, I was an advisor for 5 years for institutions like the New York State Department of State on how to connect people and government. And before that, I was actually an executive director for a nonprofit in New York, community-based, that worked on giving scholarships to students in the tri-state area. All that while I was going to school, while I was going to New Jersey City University, Hudson County Community College, and paying my tuition by growing my mom's business in cleaning here in Hoboken for many years. So, I did start from the bottom. I started from the bottom when I graduated from Hoboken High School in 2004. And I worked my way up all the way to running for office now to fight for you for a more people-friendly city. And thank you.
My name is Ravi Bhalla. I was born and raised in New Jersey, the son of immigrants. First, I want to thank the Hoboken Reporter for hosting this debate, and I look forward to a constructive conversation about the challenges for the city that we all love. By any measure, Hoboken has come a long way since I was first elected to the council 8 years ago. Together, working closely with Mayor Zimmer, we turned the city around and put it on a sound fiscal path, moving from the days of state supervision, an 80% tax increase, and junk bond status to now a AA+ bond rating. Inheriting a broken city hall with a well-deserved reputation for cronyism and corruption, we restored openness and integrity to city government, and we saved our hospital. I am proud of the central role that I played in the Hoboken turnaround as a councilman and as council president. Now I want to build on that foundation we established to take Hoboken to the next level. I put forward a detailed, comprehensive plan on the major challenges facing the city, including upgrading our infrastructure, solving our flooding problem once and for all, and protecting open space and securing more indoor recreational opportunities, and holding the line on taxes to keep us on a sound fiscal path. As a councilman and a civil rights attorney, I've steadfastly advocated for civil rights and for equal treatment for any residents. As mayor, I will stand up to President Trump and ensure that all residents, no matter their gender, ethnicity, or sexual preference, are treated equally and with respect. I have the experience and track record to get the job done. Together, I know we can make Hoboken a better place, and our best days are yet to come.
I'm Jen Giattino, Council President, and serving my 6th year as 6th Ward Councilwoman. I've lived in Hoboken for 20 years and am with my husband, and I'm raising three children. Hoboken deserves a mayor that will keep the integrity that was restored to the office in 2009. The efforts around her key successes, including open space and addressing our flooding concerns, will continue. Councilman Bhalla and I each support these efforts. However, I also feel we deserve a mayor who recognizes that there are areas that we need to improve. including common sense, everyday quality of life issues like keeping the sidewalk clean and maintaining our parks, tackling our community's concerns with population growth and the negative impacts of that, expanding our sources of revenue to lessen the burden of growth on our taxpayers. It's critical that our next mayor have experience in constituent services so they can set the tone of the community service from the top seat. Council members Cunningham and Fisher, both ward council members who are supporting me, feel the same. Having fought for my constituents for the past 6 years, different from that of an at-large councilperson or even a freeholder, I have extensive experience in serving constituents, most often being the first point of contact for resident issues. I walk Hoboken every day, and I have been doing this for decades. I listen to my neighbors from all across Hoboken on their issues, no matter how big or small. Whether it's about displacement, dirty sidewalks, safety concerns, or simply navigating City Hall. As mayor, I plan to keep my door open, make your quality of life my biggest focus, and keep Hoboken a place for everyone to feel proud to live. I look forward to earning your vote. Thank you.